Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. It's another day and with another time. Back again to the fish farm industry, checking and analyzing what's going to be popping out and coming in. Welcome home, D. Welcome our sister back home. Because east, west, and south, not forgetting the north, home is the best. As this is the kind response that they're going to be coming from Gintu, one-on-one, as they're going to be saying, welcome home, because the home is where things belongs and things going to be cooking from home. As it's a rainy season and we are making it happen, it's a chilly mornings and evenings, and coming to this kind of the fantastic module as you're going to be watching, sit, relax, enjoy, as you're going to be getting things, going to be cooking. And this is the beginning, as you're going to be saying, wherever you are, subscribe, like, share, comment. We're going to be reaching to 10,000 subscribers in a short while. As we are on it, before we forget, before we go, before we apprehend, before we consolidate, before we make any entanglement, we are here to cherish, govern, understand, and procure. Let's get it done. Wagwan.
Yes, it's Gintu.
It's Gintu.
His name echoed through the hills so true.
Everybody knows about it here.
When the sun rises over dusty roads of Nyabohans, he's already carrying the people's load.
Yeah, man.
His name
It's
is
Gintu.
Gintu. Hear the children sing.
Ooh,
A humble heart.
yeah, man.
What a warrior king.
Yeah, man. We are reading.
He stands so tall.
Yeah, man.
When darkness falls.
We're gonna be starting this kind of the video with an immediate effect here. As gonna be saying, yeah, man. And this is a popping out music, always starting with it. Man selector, pull up, man selector, pull up.
Sunrise over dusty roads of Nyabohans.
Yeah, boanse.
He's already carrying the people's load.
Man selector.
His name is Gintu. Hear the children sing. A humble heart. What a warrior king. He stands for truth.
Woo!
He stands so tall.
Yeah, man.
When darkness falls, he answers the call.
Woo!
When the hungry cry, he brings the bread. When the weak feel fear, he lifts their head. No crown upon him, yet we all know he's a
It's gonna be the starting music here as we're gonna be get.
Protector of the village.
Gentle,
Wisdom in every bit.
gentle,
Standing firm for truth.
feeding the needy, guiding the youth.
Let's make Gintu the village chief of
Yeah. Guys, before we lose the momentum, as we're gonna be getting into it, I know much of the people liked this kind of the song. I'm gonna be getting it at the back of this kind of the video, as we're gonna be getting it. And if you want it, text me in WhatsApp. I'm gonna be making it one-on-one to you and making it coming to you in a favorable manner coming out. As we're going to be welcoming the Mwango back home, as we say, east, west, and south, not forgetting the north, home is the best. As we're going to be starting it one-on-one, and this is the start, and this is the beginning. Back to you. If you have not subscribed, like, share, comment, subscribe here. It's underscore Gintu. You make it, we go forward. And this is the beginning. Guys, back to the spot here. You understand what is already coming out as the breaking news from this kind of the village, because nobody is there to tell you. And we have much of the CCTVs, and it's called Nyabohanse Bureau of Investigation. Already we have got the arrival, capture of the Mwango arriving back home, because of things have cooked out in Poland, and things and the rain is raining offices from the behind. And this is what we call never ever think about where you are coming from is a horizon. But here we are. This is not an inferno area, it's an area of respect, because always this is where you grew up. As you're going to be getting into this kind of diving to this kind of the video, we are getting this kind of this kind of a lady. You understand, guys, as I said yesterday, capturing much of the videos talking about what happened between the deportation and also the documentation in the migration, because she went to Poland using the Spain. She was using the Spain visa to make sure she's going to be getting to the Poland area. And what happened is, I told you she was not allowed to film. She was not allowed because she has not filed any kind of the tax. So she's going to be getting there to do it. And also what is just popping out today, everything was taken from her. And talk about the cameras, talk about the phone, and much more. And when you want to understand what I'm talking about here, can you try to call, because you will not get her into her own text on the comment section, talk about in her own post. She said, don't be bothered to call me. Why is it? Can't you doubt? Can't you get some inferno or a hell unto it? Like, why is she refusing somebody not to call her? Do you mean about she's ever talking about, I love you, all of you, I love you, subscribers. We are heading to 500,000 subscribers, but don't call me. Whoever is the favorite friend, forever, forever, forever. Because this kind of the friendship we are talking about here, they are collecting data and transversing the data into the relevant authorities. And this kind of the lady she ever came to know, whereby things had already gone wrong. Because what was following is her to be deported back to Kenya. And to the real fantastic module, this kind of the lady, she has passed through more, and she's still passing through more. And much of the things have been taken, including the GoPro, including the phone, and much more. Talking about, oh my living God. And when she talked about don't be bothered about texting, because there's nothing will get unto her, and everything will just go to the Department of Migration. And she wanted to give this kind of a notice to the people who wanted to text or to know what is really happening. And it's just an expression to talk about things are still cooking behind the level. Whenever they're going to be calling this kind of the phone or texting, the migration are going to be getting the data and analyzing it. And whoever thinks about going to be abusing them, talk about the Poland government or the migration, you will just be messing with her and this kind of the lady, because everything will just be included, because she is now terminated to come back home and deported back home, so she can just come and check on how the growth of her house is growing. Other things, they were just plays of the day. As we're going to be talking about this kind of the ladies that ever are doing some terrible things outside here. Some of the people think about, oh, you know, this kind of the people, they're going to be so meticulous outside here. At long last, they have a breaking point. And this break point is the one that we're going to be clarifying and getting them to the channel. It's not only her, also it's going to be coming to the brothers. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, because everybody is crying. Because whoever disbursed the implementation of talking about, oh, you know what, my sister, she's married in Poland and much more. Right now, what are they saying? They're saying she's deported and no much husband. Because what is there? No husband, no child, no nothing. It's only some luggages of some clothing and pants that were just packaged, and she was told, can you match back? Do you know the entry? That's the exit also. And make it back to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. And if not, we have given you a short period of time for you to vanish with no trace. Because what is coming, this kind of the people, they are using other people's dignity to fulfill their own promises. Not in every country, it's only in Africa, as I said. Whereby when a YouTuber, talk about a YouTuber is a very big YouTuber, some of the people in the same clan, in the same village, they take this kind of the person as a demigod, and they want to preach the holy stupidity of incubus and succubus, not knowing what's going to be popping out at the end of the moment. But at this kind of the moment, it's only in Africa. We have a short memory. We don't understand, like we are being used for others to survive. Our faces are being used, and whenever you go talk about, okay, you don't have any kind of a misery. But the video that this kind of the people shotted, and the people are complaining about a scam, and whenever they replay it, and it comes to the real data, like you are happening to be part of the team of the same gentleman, you will face the congruence, because you will face the hell, which is you'll face the inferno, because you are part of the videos and they're going to be analyzing whoever participated in that video. You are amongst the scammers in this kind of the village and also the whole world. And if the nation is going to be purposing to talk about whom are we needing to get to our country, it will be purposively like this kind of the person, the videos that we are exposing. One day I came to talk about this kind of the YouTube. We think about is an adding advantage to us, but the real fantastic model that people have to get is this is not a data for us to go forward in terms of the YouTube, because we are exposing ourselves too much in a way like everybody knows our family members, everybody knows everything that you are thinking, everybody knows where you are sleeping, where you are eating, what you like, and you're thinking about it. Nobody doesn't know. The internet right now, we have something called AI in YouTube. It can analyze and project, and it can just give you a small synopsis and a recap on recall about that kind of the video you have reposted, and it will give you every single click and talking about all the characters portrayed in that kind of the video. At long last, you'll get a real fantastic way of talking about you are dismissed or you are banned not to get in some of the countries, and you talk about why I'm a bigger YouTuber, people knows me, I'm liked, I'm performing magic to our village, but at the end you'll find yourself in an inferno. That is what is a character portrayed in this kind of the village. Back to the spot here. Right now, as we are just speaking, our lady D Gaga, she is onto the area, and she's now eating mandazis, and you understand the father likes more much chapatis, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the morning, and talking about the beans should be there, and whenever we're going to be now making the work come out, whenever he likes walking himself, some of the people think about, oh, whenever the machete man is ever walking or working himself, he's ever farting like a bee and farting like a pig whenever you're going to be working, because whatever he has ate in the morning is the corrugation of eggs and also this kind of the beans cooked. Whenever now they congregate and they become one, he now makes terrible things. That's why he doesn't need anybody to controlly come closer to him, because you will find some of the smells that you have never heard in this kind of the world. Talk about gamma voices and gamma rays. They will just affect you, because in that environment he is weeding or he's making his own work, the gamma rays are so contradiction and they are making things to be so worse. The sun is sunning there like something else. That's why sometimes you cannot change the clothing, because whenever you're going to be doing the necessary, you will think about things going to be cooking out, because whenever you change and become a suit, things you're going to be cooking, that will be one of the smells entirely in that suit, because you understand early in the morning what he's taking as the breakfast. Very heavy breakfast, but affectious to the body. That's why the changing of the clothes is not necessary to that kind of the capilog. Coming back to the same age here. Right now, they're just at home, and she has already arrived at her own construction to check on Uncle Mo, what he is doing there. Because last time I saw some of the videos coming from entirely talking about, oh, you know, let my sister not come here to complain about the trees are being eaten with the horses. At the end of the moment, no videos are ever coming out, because everybody is tired with this kind of the demagogic and demagogue in terms of the horizon here. And coming to the same data, and talk about the tools have been picked, and right now she doesn't have any kind of the communicative tools. And this kind of the data, when she wrote this kind of the statement talking about, please guys, don't find it bothered about calling me, texting me, because things are good and I'm good and everything so good. Things have been cooking. Also, she commented back and texted to the parents talking about, I'm just getting it banned and deported back to Kenya because things are cooking. I said it. Sometimes you think about you're going to be using so much people and using themselves in terms of adding yourself a value. At the end of the moment, there's so many people who are crying behind the scene. There's so many people who are just talking about, why haven't you made it that way, and why did you make it that way? Because they're having so bad mind, and also they have a heart like a dog in a way of sorting out much of the things, because it's so hard, and also like a pussycat, much of it. So can you take it in a quotation, in a quote of understanding what I meant from a pussycat there? So whenever you can hit a pussy, it cannot die easily. You understand, we talk about there are ever ladies outside here. They are ever making terrible things in terms of using their bodies in additional certificates to make sure that they're going to be getting a lot of money and come and brag to the village and tell us you're going to be eating some poo. A bit headaching to this kind of the statement of today. And talk about, you understand, they ever cooked it out. Talking about, there's one day I said it here. They cooked and talking about this kind of the lady. You understand, Pero was being bought for this kind of the marriage to be conducted. And people never understood that kind of the capilogenic moment and antagonistification of that kind of the module. Because when we talk about the metaphor of this kind of the point, this kind of the gentleman wanted the channel to grow, number one. And number two, he was bought to perform like a husband. Number three, he was to handle and carelessly conjugate this kind of the lady with an immediate effect to make it happen. Because at the end of the moment, things have fallen apart because of the deportation and also the migration officers. Because sometimes, think twice before you leap. Sometimes you think about whatever you did in Jamaica, you can do it in London, you can do it in Ohio. Sometimes every city has its own rules and it has its own people who govern it. Because you cannot heartbreak me and go again and get another gentleman and start behaving normal and also think about you're going to be disgracing me as I sit, watch, relax as I see you. We fall apart. Or the Migos going to be falling in the same horizon. That is what going to be cooked out at this kind of the immediate effect and talking about what is really happening from each and individual perspective to this kind of the area. Right now, Pero is confused and is now sleeping like a panga, is now, has now graduated into senior bachelor of sleeping hungry and sleeping like a bachelor and sleeping like a panga, because in there, he had already talked about the last moment when they were ever posting, they were in a very meticulous fantasy and to their own gauge of the love affairs. And also to that kind of the video, when it was being shot, it means like maybe they were coming from the game or the game was about to start, because all the footballers had been arranged in the pitch, including all the first 11, and the substitutions were outside here. And now they're preparing for the best to come, and that's why now things gonna be getting worse. Because this kind of the gentleman, one day I saw Pero himself uploading a video and also doing much of the things, talking about, okay, I'm here to make much of the videos, including one of the gentlemen from this kind of the village around Eva. Oh, somebody told me about, oh, Gintu, don't call him a gentleman. Talk about Kengaraiza, eh? Kengaraiza! Exactly. And to that kind of the postcoms, he ever talked about or even posted that kind of the channel for the people to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And what they've never been knowing is they're ever calculated. The one day I said, this kind of the people, they never went to school. And they think about the people who are low in terms of maybe subscribers, maybe they don't have much of the views. They think about they cannot give them a rectification. They think about everything, whatever they're going to be saying is correct. In a march forward, everything they think about is onto their own head. But outside here, there are people who are having better brain that they can just give them the better momentum. Because one lady that I ever liked, she was called Minhawi. Minhawi was ever performing as one of the best and the best and the best in terms of becoming the managers of this kind of the guy, but to the due fact of how the things were differing with thoughts, differing with how things are going to be coming out, and he cannot be aligned like you are wrong. You cannot align him like you are wrong. No, that's a conspiracy. And when it comes to that one, everybody talks about what am I hurting myself or getting my sleepless nights because of the gentleman who cannot even understand himself. He cannot even calculate and he cannot know what is the head forward. Sometimes you have some of the bosses who can know this is the right thing to do at which right time. But whenever you come to this kind of the village and you are called a boss, you have a long way to go, because you think about everybody has to call you. When you see like another person is benefiting from you, that's a company you are building, and you are building your own home and building other people, because you cannot progress on your own. You know, the good thing about it, another thing that you never got, because already the report is coming from Dee's home, and the report is already outside here. And what I'm just going to be telling you is the real fact from the ground. And this kind of the lady, she was told not to talk about anything and not talking and not posting any kind of the video from Poland. And to the due fact, this kind of the things were taken until he reaches into Kenya. Now he'll get such kind of the stuffs that they taken from her, and they're going to be arriving to Nairobi International Airport because she cannot do anything in that kind of the country. Sometimes if you have been given a warning, what we never knew is she was ever been given warnings not to do, not to engage, not to shoot, but she never understood. Talk about, you think about this is Africa, that was Poland. And the due fact, in Africa is the only area that we talk about, I don't want to see you performing or passing through here. And at the end of the moment after the video, he's going to be waiting for you and talk about, yeah, you made it happen. And let people think about it was necessary or it was that way, and people will understand, like things going to be cooking and they will do what is necessary in terms of the monetary and your pocket demand for talking about go and lure and make sure that the handout's going to be doing the better work at that kind of the moment. A bit failure to the system of today. And you understand, whenever this kind of the lady had been told, there's no spread of rumors. Anything you speak bad about Poland, it will just be used against you in terms of the court of law, and the suit gonna be filed to make sure that you're gonna be getting it done. Talk about the same thing which is happening to this kind of the guy from this kind of an area, because whenever he was told not to spread much of the rumors, he started spreading the rumors in conjunction with the migration, and also getting much of the people knowing much of the information, whom they traversed and got the report to the authorities. And that's why you see is ever lactating and also lactating behind, and also sleeping like a panga and to the villa, becoming a bit a headache to this kind of the society. We are becoming a so shameful thing whenever it comes to the real conscience, like there's a day it will come, you will still be engaged at home. There's nothing gonna be contradicting us not to say it. And also getting it, you know, one thing which is making things to be so failure to this kind of the village, I'll say as a fact, when you see some people are opening the YouTube channels, they're talking about, oh, this is my home, this is my mother, this is my land, and this is what I own. Everything is exposed. Talking about this what I'm doing, and this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Already people are calculating it. And YouTube has become like an opening thing. Like you can just go there and open everything. And that's where much of the things are got. Point number one. When things are getting worse, talk about you are ever exposing and talking about, oh, you know, I'm going to be this way. You understand the social media has a varieties of people who are going to be approaching you. Not the first person who started with thee is the same person who is with her. Because of what? Things are changing as you are changing. People are becoming more, because you have to upgrade. You have to clone. Like this kind of the person is not using me well, and I need another person who is so meticulous, young, and favorable whenever it comes to the performance, and much more better. But now, what is ever, whoever is approaching you and talks about, okay, I'm going to be sending you this, we agree to disagree. Send me a little bit of some talk about complicit videos, and I will just talk about here how it's going to be coming. I send one thigh, then you talk about one thigh is at $100 or $1,000. Then it becomes like the following. You send another one. At the end, you'll be told, now send us the Mesopotamia, and things are going to be so meticulous. And now you'll find yourself like Iran and Iraq, and you'll find yourself being a colonizer. And you understand the United States is always going where there is oil, including Iran, including Venezuela, including Didi, who had oil, and things gonna be cooking from that kind of the side. So whoever is having an oil, and the US is going to be coming for you, don't feel embarrassed, because you are having the oil that the United States needs for its movement, and also for the people of America to be in a better position of today. Coming to it again, you understand, whenever now people are going to be approaching you, some of the people have never knew this one. When you are doing other things, everything that you do, the person who will just be coming and talking about, oh, I want you to do this one, I want you to do this one. And whenever you get to the point, whenever you talk about, yes, I'm going to be doing it, you start engaging. And because of the engagement, it will become like now a real thing. Like, do as necessary as I do is as necessary. What is happening to this kind of the village here is the same trend. Talk about how many people have been picked from their homes, being rented in Sirari. What are they doing? They are doing this kind of the stupid things. Talk about exposing illicit and illegal things that they've ever been doing. But I think one day, one time, the government will catch up with them. Because right now, as I asked in Nyaboanse, is there any YouTuber who is married and who is having a wife? You'll come to understand there are few, and a few, we are amongst the few who are only married and they're engaged here. But others, they are ever running east, west, and south because they, for you to be governed, it's because sometimes you have to understand what's going to be coming out. Like a government in Africa. Talk about in Africa in general. I always like to use Africa because it's a good example. Sometimes there's a person who ever said in one of the delegates, like you can be, so many people they can see you as a thief, and they will not even talk about you. They will leave you there to be as an example. They will never harm you. They will never beat you. They will never arrest you. They will leave you to do whatever you want to do, and you think about everybody's respecting you. Sometimes you can think about you have so much money, and people will talk about, yes, you have so much money, nobody's refusing. But whenever you are left there to be as an example, that's what now you can see. The Mura here is being used as an example of the failures in this kind of the village. By right now, you're going to be retiring, and he has not done nothing. What is done is nothing. Whatever is Jimmy saying is nothing. Coming to that one. So whenever everything is just engaged and everybody's talking about, okay, this is the government of Kenya for you, or the government of wherever, government of maybe Lesotho, the government of Ghana, the government of Uganda, whatever kind of the country you're going to be talking about here. Whenever they want investment in agriculture, the Minister of Agriculture is sent to the United States. The Minister of Agriculture is sent to China. The Minister of Agriculture is sent to London for some of the meeting and to meet the prominent people who want something. And they're being told, for me to invest in agriculture, for me to send 100 billion for this kind of the agriculture project in your country, I want you to behave this way. And if you want this, I want you to behave this way. That's how it's being governed. And that's how this kind of the YouTubers that ever been driven. In a way, like, if you want this, can you behave this way? If you want this way, behave this way. That is what is failing us. Because you can see is as an example from the African governments. Because they are ever behaving like we are still colonized. And there's a day I ever talked about, I like whenever Trump ever said, like in Africa, we are still depending on the United States. We are depending on USAIDs. We are depending on American, talk about dockets to come. We are depending on so much things to come to Africa, so you can just talk about we are a complete Africa. So why were we colonized? And why did we chase this kind of the colonizers? Because we wanted to be independent. And why are we again complaining and talking about, oh, I was not given, I'm deported from this kind of the country, becoming a bigger topic in a way like we chased this kind of the people out of our country because we can be so mature, we can do better than what they could be doing to this kind of the country. And when Trump said about it, he said about, I want to be cutting all this kind of the funds. Why were the funds cut? It's because we are still depending on this kind of the countries, yet we said we are independent. And we wanted to teach this kind of the presidents, and we call them the president of Africa, and talk about the all leaders who are just governing the African continent, talking about they have to start engaging themselves, because in Africa we don't have something called corruption. We have looting of public funds. We have looting of dignities of people. We have looting of tomorrow's future. We have looting of our education, because there's nothing can be performed. We have education, we have schools, but what is performed? It's magic. What is performed is inferno. What is performed is imbroglio. What is performed, it is tragic. And where are we moving to? And what's going to be coming? Becoming a bitter problem when it comes to the real future of tomorrow in Africa. It's better Africa again, it could be colonized, because here we are, things are falling apart. Like right now, our sister D, she's ever complaining about, oh, I'm deported from Poland, I'm deported back to Kenya, becoming a bigger topic to much of the people who hate the ecosystem. Like some of the people are a threat to the society. If we are going there to seduce men and use them and use their money and come here and brag, tell people I'm gonna be pooing and you're gonna be eating my poo. It is a very disrespectful thing that even a government can talk about. You are a very gentle lady and you are very irresponsible person whenever it comes to the society. I've seen so young YouTubers in Kenya who have gone exclusively performing the better things to their village, and also they are given much of the presents, talking about their awards in Kenya, talk about their YouTube awards in Kenya. You have never seen anybody from this kind of the village being called like it's a village of drama. It's a way of arrests, handouts, allegations, accusations, and much more, talking about land grab syndicates becoming a problem if we want to grow and become who we are. And when coming to the same point, we are very sorry for the things that happened, and yes, we might be part of the journey to travel, but it is not the responsibility of us to be in such kind of a way of behaving normally. In a way, like whenever you think about you have gone to South Africa, you have gone to United States of America, whenever you come here, you think about you reached into the heaven. You start treating people like God. You start treating people like Jesus, and talk about people should just bend and bow down and talk about, yes, our honorable, our presence, our whatever. It's a demi things that are ever being performed. Even God says about the karma is real, and that is the thing that is ever to be complemented to this kind of the horizon we are. And you know, right now she has arrived at home, and she cannot broadcast anything. She cannot talk about anything, because look at this kind of the thing keenly. When this kind of the lady was to go to so many countries, including when you start traveling, so many people want to invite you, like, come to my home, come to my home, come to my home. You can never know how is this kind of the people who are calling you. How are they? Are they witches? Whatever they are. You never know whenever you are going there. What are you going to be as a surprise? Or what are you going to be as a, maybe you can talk about as a maybe talk about a sacrifice. Maybe you can never know. Sometimes you can be called to this kind of the houses, like, oh, I'm your fan. Oh, whenever you're going to be coming to Lesotho, please be welcome to my home and have this kind of the content. I love your content. I've been watching you for 2-3 years, and I like whatever you're doing. Welcome whenever you're going to be reaching to Lesotho. And whenever you reach to Lesotho, you talk about, yeah, my friend, I'm coming to Lesotho. Pick me in Lesotho International. Lesotho, it has something called Freetown. Welcome to Freetown City, and make sure that you're going to be making sure that everything is coming out. Come and get me from there, and things are going to be cooking out. And whenever you go, you never know how this kind of the people have programmed themselves. Talking about, we are going to be receiving a very bigger YouTuber. We want to grow. And when you go there, they have already trapped you. Like, if you refuse whatever they want, and they will deal with you repetently after the end. Sometimes you can never see this kind of the repetence at the same time, or the same day, or the following day. It will come after the decade or after a year. Then things are going to be talking about, what did I do wrong? People are not watching you. You are not having views. No people is now following you, and you're not having the same money you are having. A bit becoming a problem. This money is like a beach, and don't think about this money. You can just be loitering and talk about, oh, I have so much money, I want to use a lot of money to sue you. And you think about those kind of the people you want to sue, they don't have parents. They're ever crying, and their cry is going inside their soul, and it's talking about, it's going to be affecting your soul the way it's affecting mine. It's going to be coming to you. That's what some of the people have to get. So this kind of the lady, as we're going to be saying that, they ever talked about, we are engaged. Right now, the family is flabbergasted, is frustrated, is talking about what has happened, what is happening with my children, because they are not being married, they are not marrying. What is the problem with this kind of the family? It's only one lady who is not in the social media. She's the only lady who is staying at her own place. Talk about the con dad, the con mom. They're ever wondering, is this the world? Where do we get in that we never knew? What has happened? And I said one day, like all things that are ever being showed out here, don't think about whenever Gintu is making a reaction video talking about this thing that we are doing is not good. You think about it's only people in Kenya going to be watching. No, there's so many people who are watching from various countries, from various places, and including wherever this kind of the person may be staying. People are watching. Maybe the sisters, the in-laws, they are watching. It's the same way as when I talked about the sisters-in-law of Rocio ever called me. The sisters-in-law of Mura ever called me, talking about how the things are, because I was the one who was representing unto the villa, and I had their contacts to talk about them and much more. And the good thing is they're ever talking about, how do you see this kind of the gentleman? They were ever asking me about how is this kind of the Mura. I tell them the way you found it is the way he is. And during that time, I was performing much of the magic to his kind of the position. I never knew that day I could just talk about is oh, is this way, is it that way. I could have cooked him out and talk about, don't ever trust him. and much more like things like that one. I could have even told them about the embassy, talk about the American much of the immigration and much more, and it could be more better and more responsible because of the how he's ever been getting us outside here. He thinks about he's ever the demigod of us here. Right now, you understand one thing that people have never ever known is whereby the parents are now flabbergasted, disgusted, and extravaganzary. They are like, we're gonna be even finding ourselves in hanging ourselves. Why is it happening like that one? You have rich people, you have rich children, but no children. No one is married, no in-laws, no nothing. It's only money. You're gonna be eating chapatis in early in the morning. Go fat to the farm is the only thing that you need. You want to see the grandsons, the granddaughters, the grandchildren, and much more. But right now, it's only, you're going to be talking about, oh, I'm married in Poland. At the end of the moment, after 1 month, not even 1 month is over, you are told we have terminated, talk about the migration has done it better because we never knew what to handle at that kind of the moment, becoming a problem and to be sorted out at your own premises back. And back to the same region. I'm going to be telling much of the people the real deal which is outside here. People have never known. We are being told, oh, you know, people are hating us and much more. One of the artists in Kenya ever sang one thing, talking about unajiroga mwenyewe. Sometimes you might be bewitching yourself and you're talking about people are witching you. And you might be failing yourself and people, if it has reached at a time, you have to surrender. Come out from the YouTube and leave it to other people to perform the magic. And you're just still there. Whoever is just coming out with a controversial thing you are ever talking about are going to be arresting you, are going to be jailing you. Is that the growth of the village? If a person is now bypassing you, can you allow that kind of the chance to go? Because it's not the right time for you to make it that way. And the best thing is you have to look at much of the things very keenly when you're going to be solidarizing and handling the matters the way they're going to be coming here. And to the real data fact, what I'm going to be saying also is you know what I knew things were so wrong is when Pero was ever doing some on his own videos, and so many people watched. And to the real data, I'm gonna be opening the portal to elaborate it, because much of the people have not got it good, and they have helped in terms of growing other people's channels. But when it comes to the village, we are being disgraced. We are being told you don't have a future, and at the end of the moment, other people are being taken as he's calling himself not just Pero. He's now at 6.95 subscribers, and I've subscribed to him. And 7 days ago, why has he not done any kind of the video? Because it's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It was 4 weeks, 1 month, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 7 days. And what is coming out is they ever shared everything of this kind of the gentleman in a way like, okay, this is our in-law now, it's coming from Poland and much more. People thought about it could be more better to this kind of the moment here. And whenever you talk about, you're talking bad about Gintu, and you're talking ill about, oh, I will not support this kind of the village people. They have hate, yet you're the one who is hating and also ashamed of yourself. You are in the same village here. And you think about when this kind of the village is going to be growing, you want to grow other people who are coming from outside, and you are living. Charity begins at home. And it's not like some of the people might think about, we are the people who hate him. We were chased out with no kind of the inconcern, and everybody can just adhere to that one, because nobody ever talked bad about him before he could do such kind of a stupid video disgracing us and chasing out of this kind of the compliment. But at the end of the moment, who is God? God is not wearing a shirt to everybody. God is always not wearing a shirt the way they think about. God is ever there, and God has magic on himself on what to do and to who. And the good deal is, when the time has reached for you to quit the YouTube, can you quit it? Because that's the only time that you are given. When you continue, things gonna be messing out. Number two, when this kind of the gentleman ever was filming, I never saw any kind of a video. This kind of the gentleman had this kind of the lady, the Mwango. That's what was even frustrating me. Talking about why is it possible like this kind of the gentleman is the husband, and the lady, she's ever confessing, oh, a day with my husband, a day with my family, a day with whatever. They are putting their legs out, exposing Mesopotamia, and talking about how it's going to be coming. A very tricky, a big scenario that has been complementing there. And at the end of the moment, we ever come to antagonize with me. Like there are things that we have to understand at each perspective way. And this is the reality. This kind of the gentleman nude, like I had this kind of the lady to come and grow my channel, behave like we are married. Look at how this kind of the gentleman was ever behaving. The last time he was talking about he was sick, but they were faking the sickness for the donation and talking about how am I going to leave Poland without some money. And much more talking about, oh, we are sorry, oh, Pero, you'll just be good, and much more. Is a faking things that Pero had not engaged or antagonized to. Because sometimes you see how Pero went outside and did a video that was just exploring and talking about how it is, the gangs in that kind of the area. At the end of the moment, he made some views and everybody shared, talking about, oh, this one shared, the other one shared. At the end of the moment, look at the subscribers that he got. He has more than 70-something thousand subscribers. How many people subscribe to the channel? A bit low, because some of them are using brain. Subscribers are not the people to be fooled. I will say that as a fact. Sometimes we are the people who are fooling ourselves. Why am I saying so? If it comes to the reality, it comes to the clarity of handling the matters, how they're going to be coming, you will come to understand like everybody is thinking like the way I'm thinking. Is it real like this kind of the things going to be happening this way? Is it real like this kind of the thing going to be happening the other way they think about? And is this marriage going to be? Is it marriage going to be? It's becoming a problem. And welcome back, D, back home, and make it happen here. And we are sorry to the family, and they thought about best for her and the marriage, but due to unconditional circumstances, things have not worked good from them. And the other side is talking about it's very, very unconditional to get this lady back home. And also, this is what also God always do. If you think about you are so better and you think about you are going to be doing much things rather than others what they can do, you find things going to be so worse to you. You find things going to be so disrupted to you. And don't think about others who are just in the village are fools. And I enjoy this kind of the environment. And whenever you're talking about America, there are so many people who are talking about I want to come to Africa because Africa looks so green. Africa looks so nature. But at the end, some people talk about, oh, whenever you go to the United States of America, you become a hero. Whenever you go to wherever, you become a hero. It's not like that one. Always charity begins at home. I like at home because everybody is rushing. Look at Masai Mara is here. Look at the nature that we are having. Look at the cows, how healthy they are. They're eating healthy grasses. Look at the farms here. And you can make the meticulous and fantastic things out of anywhere. And this is a horizon that we call the better of tomorrow. And everybody is looking for an opportunity to drive and found himself or herself in Africa to see how the nature is, to see how the things are moving and things gonna be cooking out. And good shout out to Mama Tandy Foundation. Mama Tandy also one time, she ever hosted the Mwango in her area, but things were just cooking out, and I understand how it became until they ever terminated it, because everything they wanted on themselves only. No any other person could just be accessed or acknowledged to have better things to come out from that kind of the possibility there. And this is the much better, and they're going to be having much more to come, as they're going to be now getting it done back to the spot, as you're going to be dancing the whole...
It's Ginto. Yes, it's Ginto.
It's not easy for you to survive in this kind of the streets here. Everybody knows about my name. Everybody knows about who I am.
Dusty
roads here. Everything is so dusty in a way, like jailed here, accusations here, telenovela here. My name is G.
Hear the children sing.
Ooh, exactly.
A humble heart.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What a warrior king. He stands for truth. He stands so tall.
Yeah.
When darkness falls, he answers the call. When the hungry cry, he brings the bread. When the weak feel fear, he lifts their head. No crown upon him, yet we all know he's a light in a village glow. Gentle,
Protector of the village.
gentle,
Wisdom in every bit.
gentle,
Standing firm for truth.
feeding the needy, guiding the youth.
Let's make Gin to the village chief of Nyabohans. Let's make Gin to the mayor of peace of Nyabohans.
Gentle stands for harmony,
Unity.
for the community.
When two hearts clash and tempers rise, King two steps in with steady eyes. Not with anger, not with pride, but words that calm like the ocean tide. He helps the children learn and grow, teaches them seeds of truth to sow. Respected by the old and young, his praise is sung in every tongue. He don't seek power, he serves instead. Walks the path where angels tread, strong like a tree with roots so deep. Promises made, our promises he keeps.
Gentle,
Protector of the village,
gentle,
wisdom in every image,
gentle,
standing firm for truth.
feeding the needy, guiding the youth.
Let's take into the village chief.
Let's make into the mayor of peace.
Ginto stands for harmony, unity.
For the
Community. It's Ginto. Not for glory, not for fame, but for justice in the people's name. Where there is hunger, he brings provision.
Exactly.
Where there is conflict, he brings vision.
Exactly.
Truth is his banner, peace is his way. Into lead us to brighter days.
gentle,
The hope of the land,
gentle, with the helping hand. Gentle,
the people's voice in his leadership, we rejoice.
let's make into the village chief of Nyabohans.
Let's make Ginto the village mayor of peace in Nyabohans. Ginto stands for truth and light, guiding the village day and night. It's Ginto. Yes, it's Ginto.
Protector,
Peacemaker.
the heart of the village.
Ross Binky says, Ginto, you are love, you are light. And we love you. And may the Most High guide and protect you every time and everywhere forever and ever. With abundance of all your needs, enough love and respect, Ginto.
Gentle,
It's Ginto,
gentle,
Yes, it's Ginto,
gentle,
protector,
peacemaker.
the heart of the village.
Guys, you need that info. You need much more coming out from me. Yeah, man. Thank you very much for the people who love the real G, expressing, making it happen. Ever and ever.
With abundance of all your needs, enough love
Enough love.
and respect. Ginto,
Not yet, not yet.
it's Ginto.
Yeah, man.
It's Ginto,
Yeah, man.
Ginto,
We are still on it. Ginto.
Ginto,
Ginto,
Ginto. It's Ginto,
it's Ginto,
protector,
peacemaker.
the heart of the village. Raspinky says, Ginto, you are love, you are light, and we love you. And may the Most High guide and protect you every time and everywhere, forever and ever. With abundance of all your needs, enough love and respect. It's Ginto. It's Ginto.
Very meticulous, very awesome, very gorgeous, characteristically very nice. And as we just progress and making it happen, keep it tuned because we have much more to come and much more to be reflected on this kind of the channel. As you're going to be watching this kind of the video, don't forget to subscribe and also send a subscription method and also this kind of the subscription way to your friend and another friend to send to another friend, as we're going to be reaching to 10,000 subscribers in a short while. And always we say, even Rome was built not in one day, but it was built in a small slow motion until it has become the Rome. It's to be called Rome. As we're going to be progressing from this kind of the courtesy, we say let us respect each other, because you can never know my tomorrow. I will never know your tomorrow. As you disgust, as you make things to be terrible and thinking about others will never progress because of the ego, because of the jealousy, because of the competition, and you think about the YouTube is there for the competition. It's there for the competition to make sure that you're going to be accountable in whatever you're going to be doing. What has your YouTube helped you? Much of the people right now engaging to this kind of the village, they're not from the same village. They want to see the villagers becoming squatters. They want to see villagers becoming rubbish. Want to see squatters in this kind of the village, but it will not ever happen. God has a purpose to each and every kind of the person, because we have the brighter future tomorrow. And guys, what I was ever talking about here, look at what this kind of the cow is doing. It has penetrated the head above the, talk about through the fence, and it's now eating the other grass from the other side. And this is from my grandmother-in-law. I talk about my stepmother. But when it comes to the real sin, I tell them, please, why are you making this kind of the things here? They will hate me and say, oh, Gintu, oh, it's because maybe you hate us, or you have money, or you have whatever. Let us not reach there. It's last time here, they did a mystery talking about the road. Last time here, they weeded, they talk about they plowed, including where I had to pass. And at the end, they're now grazing in this kind of the compound. You can see where it's heading to. It wants to penetrate the head and eat the grass to the other side, becoming a problem. You can see what it's doing there. A bit a problem. When you just complain, they talk about, oh no, it's because of ABCD, becoming a tragic. And with this kind of the way, we can never progress. We can never make it. And when we say we have to defend our things, they talk about we are bad people. It's not like that one. It's the same way you see this kind of the cow is doing it, and it's just penetrating to the other side to eat the grass. And when I go and talk about, no, this is not the good right thing, I take the cow out, I become a bad person. I be told, oh, you are a bad person, oh, you are having hate, why ABCD, such kind of the things that are not even necessary to the regime of today. But what we call is today is today, and tomorrow gonna be another day. Whenever you are just chatting and also coming to this kind of the area, it's already getting to 6 in the evening. As I say, have a better day and have a better momentum of tomorrow, because today is today and tomorrow gonna be another day. Let us respect each other and make it happen. Let me tie it because of some kind of the problems here, and things are gonna be cooking. Tomorrow is another day. It's Gintu. Subscribe, like, share, comment. We get forward. Let's see from this kind of the other lady what she has for us. Keep tuned. Back to you in a short while. Yeah. Hey, hello beautiful people wherever you are. Welcome back. It's one-on-one live coverage, and back again to this kind of the lady. I think you can just get her here. How are you?
I'm fine.
Now you are now making it happen. Hey, they are looking like something else. This is now the real life at home, eh? And what's the name of this one here?
Lexon Kamen.
Lexon. And the other one?
Lewis.
Lewis. So who is bigger than who?
This one is bigger than this.
This one is bigger than this one.
Yes.
Hey, this is a comparison. And back again to this kind of the hotspot, and it's one-on-one live, and we are making it happen. Back to this kind of the spot. Yesterday she was available. Much of the people could talk about, oh, now this is the live situation at home.
Yes.
And you can, hey, guys, a bit sometimes talk about things. Hey, how are you? Hey, you are passing here. Hey, things are gonna be cooking from behind the scene. Don't worry about that one. So guys, coming to this kind of the hotspot here, I've come with your own package. Yesterday you said about the tablet.
Yes.
And I have the tablet here, and it's one-on-one live coverage. And I think now you're gonna be now one of the only lady in this kind of the village you're gonna be having a tablet. Nilikuwa nataka unishikie camera.
Me.
Welcome. How are you? Hey, you are so bright. What's your name?
Judy.
Judy. Oh, Judy. Oh, how are you, Judy? You are good? Hold. Do you know how to hold? You will see me. You will see me from here. Okay, come to this side here. Hey, today you will be a camera woman. Hi, thank you. So guys, at this kind of the time here, it's one-on-one here, and I have this kind of the package. It's for her, and I think it's gonna be so meticulous. It's one of the fantastic tablets, very meticulous. I know now everybody gonna be talking about, oh, let me go there and see. I want to go and watch. Hey. And what I can just advise you is, I know you have some children. I think they're gonna be so embezzled and talk about I need, because children with some of the phones, it might be maybe they're gonna be lowered. I don't know which kind of the spirits. I don't know if it's incubus and succubus spirits. They're gonna be lowered and talk about how it's gonna become. It's a brand new. And it's one of very meticulous, as you can see them here. It's an iPhonic way, eh? iPhonic way. I've not even opened it. Wow. Akia Mungu, this time around, it's only God knows what's going to be coming out, eh? Exactly. So how are you going to be holding it? Are you going to be holding it with the children here? And guys, these are the children that I told you. She gave birth while she was in primary school, and a bit. It's not the last chance. We have given him another chance to where she's gonna be coming out exclusively to make better things and be better to this kind of there. Talk about, these are the twins here, and all of them are gentlemen. And whenever they're gonna be growing up, they need food. They need, and I think she was being symphoned. Even this kind of the bodies that she is portraying with, it's only God knows, because this kind of the two gentlemen is symphoning you Mirik. It's only God knows how it's going to be coming. So a bit, it's yours, and now the children have refused, they cannot come down. So what are we going to be doing at this kind of the time here? Unaweza wachukua watoto?
Watakubali. Kuja wewe, kake njoo. Kanene kuja.
Usirie.
Njoo tuende huko kufua. Njoo tufue na mkreta. Njoo tufue. Njoo tufue.
Hey, guys, you can see this kind of the work how it is, and you are now looking so tidy. Exactly, but that's the normal thing. Yes. That's the normal thing. So here is your tablet. Get your tablet. Here it's your tablet you wanted. Is it gonna be good, or it's still bad?
It is good.
It's good.
Yes.
So the first time you're gonna be getting a phone? Your first time to have a phone?
Yes.
Wow. So you can use a SIM card, you can use a memory card, it has a charging port. Some of the accessories are here, and they have so much accessories also to this kind of the area, and you can just be using them. It has a charger and much more things inside here that you're going to be using. Also, it has a cover that you're going to be using, or you can just cover it from the outside. Yeah? Exactly. And that's now yours. Nobody going to be coming to ask about, whatever. It's yours permanently. Yes. And just keep it, and when you're going to be getting it to school, understand like it's something like other people will not have, correct? And as I told you, not everybody is well enabled like maybe the way you are enabled right now. Yes. And some of them, they're going to be coming, they're going to be asking you, please let it be this way, and use it in a way like you understand it's for the learning. Yes. If you're going to be having, I know you might be putting there some videos for you to watch, maybe telenovela, maybe soaps and much more. It's for you if they're going to be so beneficial to you. Yes. And sometimes use it in a correct way. That's what I can say, because you are a grown-up. Yes. Exactly. And also when we're gonna be getting back to school, make sure that everything is possessed where it's necessary. Use it, and whenever you're gonna be not using it, keep it. Yes. And use it as you keep it. When you come from school, come back with it, correct? Yes. Exactly, that's the better. So you can just say something maybe. Is it gonna be working or is it not? And charge it before, because it's a brand new, charge it. Yes. Before you're gonna be starting using it. Correct? Yes. Yeah, here you will be opening it this way. From here, you will open this kind of the stuff, the upper section, eh? Yes. Usisukume sana, inafunguka tu yenyewe tu, utainua tu na hapa hivi, ndio? Then kuna sehemu ya memory card, then kuna SIM card. It's a 5G enabled. Yes. Exactly, and also it uses some Wi-Fi, very good Wi-Fi, and everything gonna be so meticulous, eh? Yes. Exactly. So you have maybe something to say.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Grace Boke.
Yeah.
As I remind you,
yeah,
guys have helped me a lot. I'm very glad of you, and I'm enjoying because of you. You've supported me a lot. Last time you supported me when I was joining grade 10. Yeah. Now you have bought for me a tablet. Guys, I'm very glad of you, and I'm proud.
Thank you.
To Gintu, and thank you so much. May God bless you.
Yeah.
Wherever what you do, may God bless you, and have a wonderful February. guys, you have helped me a lot.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the time. And God bless. These are your luggages. These are your luggages. So make it happen. Study hard, study well. And also a bit, also you talked about some fee. And we shall see if somebody going to be watching and talk about Ogintu, we can just support her a little bit of some fee that remained, a bit of it, and we can just clear and make sure that everything is so happening. Exactly. How much is it maybe?
It was 25, I paid 18. So
Oh, it remained like 5, 6, 7 there.
Yes.
Exactly. We can just check onto that one. And God bless much of the people ever tuned and locked in, and get them to the house. No problem.
Thank
Now store it in a cool, dry place, out of children. That's exactly. That's how some of the things that we're gonna be buying, the ever entitled and talking about, and that's how things we're gonna be cooking from this kind of the side here. And the children, they're here. Mambo. Eh, we are not a Oh, usirie. So they have to be subjected into water so they can just a bit give the mama the chance for her to start doing on her own things and go around and make some of 2-3 things outside here. So guys, I respect and I say thank you very much for this kind of the time. It's not easy for a person to go to school and also get this kind of the knowledge. Sometimes we have to subject ourselves and to it and bear to the circumstances. Like we have to progress, we have to achieve and make it happen, and that is the courtesy of helping the society and also improving the real life situation of the young ladies and the young people and empowering them to get education, which is the basic thing that we have to do and to this kind of the time here. So keep tuned, and you have understood also the parents, they are not available, they have gone to burn some charcoal, and that is what we're going to be giving them a little bit of some money, a wage of a day, to make sure they're going to be maybe getting some food stuffs and much more. That is what is ever there. Right now it's a farming season, and people, and they are planting. Some of them they are already weeding and much more. Depends on which kind of the time you ever. But the season is still ongoing to make sure that you can plant and you can make whatever necessary at the time here. So right now everybody is disbursing to each and every and various sections to make sure they're going to be performing what is better to that kind of the position how it is here. So as this kind of the tablet is now there, because she was ever talking about I need a tablet for her to study, and because they have a compulsory computer as one of the compulsory subject in school, so she will just use it in terms of now getting more knowledge and learning more knowledge about it. I think the school has a Wi-Fi, and that's why I had to select which one is the best in terms of processing and making things as fast as possible, because there it might be competition, and some of them maybe they're going to be learning from it, or the teacher can talk about, oh, bring yours here, let me see whatever necessary, and they're going to be learning to get much education from it. Keep tuned. I'm going to be back to you in a short while. Keep it locked.